Congratulations on taking the first step to solving your slow money blues. My name is Doug, retired U.S. Marine and two-time combat veteran turned entrepreneur at your service. Today's episode is 605 Say Yes to No. I cannot believe that we are literally in season 6 and we're like at 100 plus episodes. So I want to basically say thank you to my listening audience and fans, particularly to the ones over in France. For some reason, the people over in France just love me. Thank you so much. A big shout out and kudos. Also, I would like to thank everyone for writing, rating, and reviewing the podcast so far. We have a perfect 5.0. If you want to write, rate, and review, just simply go to on your Apple device, just go there and write, rate, and review us. Thank you so much. Plus, if you write a review for us right now, you can actually enter into a contest and win our social media marketing giveaway that we're doing. And it's that contest is running all the way until the end of August the 31st. Now let's hop into the show. If you have any questions, as usual, visit slowmoneyblues.com and click on ask, or submit your question on IG, Facebook, or Twitter using hashtag slowmoneyblues. What are we going to be talking about today? 3 ways to get no. 3 ways to get no. Questions. Did you do your homework? If you are tuning in live right now, guess what? You're absolutely positively doing your homework. So give yourself a round of applause. And next question. Did you say your morning mantra? If you did not say your morning mantra, you have an opportunity to say it right now. So let's say it together. Say, I state your full name. Take 100% responsibility and accountability for my decisions and actions. I refuse to blame others. If I do, I give away all of my power, authority, and promises given to me by God. Man, I always get wired up, fired up, and ready to go every time I say that. As always, if you want to find out anything about all of our great sponsors, go to slowmoneyblues.com/sponsors. As always, we continue to have linky.com, bignetdomain.com, and fastcashoutlet.com, and a host of others. So go to slowmoneyblues.com/sponsors to get access to all of our great sponsors. Question or poll question for the day. Have you ever said yes to no? And the responses are yes, no, or never thought about it. Sherry graduated college at the top of her class. Like most, she had student loan debt and was barely making ends meet. She applied for 10 different jobs, and each time was informed she had the educational pedigree but needed more experience. Boo! In other words, no, you're not qualified. Let's get personal. One night, Sherry was channel surfing and learned she could make money in her spare time, and all the training would be provided with a small startup cost. Sherry contacted the company and, to her surprise, met amazing people that mentored her for 2 years. Sherry said yes to new opportunities. Guess what? Sherry now earns over $500,000 per year. Yay for Sherry. So we're talking about 3 ways to get no, which it sounds counterintuitive to want to get no, but when you really think about it, you absolutely positively want to get no. And this is the first way you get no. Ask people if they need help. By the way, if you don't know what no stands for, it stands for new opportunities. Simply ask people if they need help. Point number 1. So who are these people? Well, first of all, chances are, if you're anything like me, you're already an entrepreneur. You probably already offer products and you offer services that people need. You already know what your talents, abilities, and gifts are, and you've packaged them up in such a way that you present them as an irresistible offer to people, and they can say yes. Now, in presenting it, that's how you ask. So simply ask people if they need help. You want to ask the people that need help with what you know how to do best, also known as a subject matter expert. How many people should you ask and when should you ask? That is totally up to you. But I'm going to tell you where you can start if you want to leverage asking those people if they need help. Ask the people in your immediate circle. Ask your family. Ask your friends. Ask people in your networking, probably groups that you're a part of, and hopefully you're a part of your networking groups. Ask the question, How should you ask? You should ask virtually. You should ask belly to belly. You should always be asking. It's amazing that the marketplace will tell you everything that you ever wanted to know. Yesterday, I was out with my brother and he's shopping for a vehicle. Love you, bro. And he found a vehicle that he actually wanted, and hopefully they can get it because it's a really hot selling vehicle right now. So he can test drive it again. But the one that we tested, which was the same, it was the same make, but it was a different model. And he wanted the highest model. And I met a lot of young people. And to a young person, every person I talked to, everyone wanted to make more money. I can't make this up. Now, what was amazing is that their employers, which were with auto dealerships, their employer was leveraging their T3E through their time, talent, training, education, experience, and energy. Because at the end of the day, what the employer needed was the employer needed their help. And particularly, he needed their communication skills, particularly in the area of sales. And every one of them, I was like, so what's your number? And they told me what their annual number was, what they wanted to make. I think her name is Gabrielle. Gabrielle, big shout out to you. She was the winner chicken dinner. She said she wanted to make $400,000 a year. And I was like, okay. And I said, well, I just got one more question for you. I said, what's the most money you've ever made in 1 year? And she was like, I said, less than 100,000. She says, yes, than 100,000. I was like, so you want to forex your lifestyle? I was like, okay, well, I'm going to break it down for you a little bit more. And you all have heard me if you've been listening to me for any amount of time. I said, let's divide that by 12, which came up to $33,333.33. And let's divide that by 24. And it was like $1,300 plus. I said, that's how much you have to make every hour of every day. And you can get to your goal of $400,000. But I said, is it the money that you want or is freedom? And she agree with me, like so many people do. It's the freedom that I want. So point number one, on 3 ways to get no, ask people if they need help. Point number 2, show them how you are qualified. Now, how do you really demonstrate or show someone that you're qualified? Typically, it should be some type of portfolio, a resume of your body of work. So for me, when I tell people I'm a digital entrepreneur, I'm an investor and podcaster, they probably say, well, can we see your portfolio? I'm like, sure. If you just go to our corporate website over here at bignetgroup.com, I said you'll see all the different things that we've actually done. And we're always launching new products and services and stuff like that. What do? We do brand development. We help people do brand identity. And of course, that results typically in some type of digital product or service. And we do a host of other things, but primarily that's what we focus on. You show them your portfolio of work. And it's always about showing and telling. I like when people start talking, I'm like, so can I see it? And then they can't show you. So then if someone told you that they did all these amazing things, but they had no proof that they actually did it, if they didn't demonstrate that they did it, chances are their credibility is already shot. And this is why I love the digital space, is because in the digital space, it's very, for me now, it wasn't when I first started. I promise you that it was very challenging, but now it's very easy to launch products and services into the marketplace. And I just love it so much. And when it's time to do show and tell, I'm like, hey, go to linky.com. That's ours. Go to bignetdomain.com. That's us. They're like, oh, wow. I'm like, so, but the point is, show them how you are qualified with demonstrated results. So it's not just, in a digital world, hey, can I actually show you something, which is the gloss, but can I show you how to monetize it, which is the sauce? And then, of course, you need to know how to do SEO analytics. And, of course, you need to know how to work with different e-commerce platforms so they can actually get paid in a digital environment. So point number 1, ask people if they need help. Point number 2, show them how you are uniquely qualified to give them the help that they long for and deserve and need. Point number 3. And this is probably the most important point, and you may want to start off asking them this first. Ask them, are they willing to pay? In other words, do you have a budget? In other words, if you need my help and I have demonstrated to you that I am qualified, do you have a budget? Because if you've been thinking about something that you need, right, to solve a problem for you, for example, you're going to go and purchase a car. You cannot just go to a car dealership and say, I want that car, and then don't have a way to pay for the vehicle. You can't say, well, I want to go and lease an apartment, or I want to go lease commercial space, and then they say, well, hey, well, what is your budget? And you say, I don't have one. They're going to say, well, you're probably not serious. Now, when you get a budget, you can come back to me and talk to me, and I will gladly show you the car, show you the commercial property, show you the home, show you whatever it is that you want, but you must be willing to pay. See, when people are willing to pay you for your T3E3, your time, talent, training, education, experience, and energy, they demonstrate to you that they have been thinking about their unique problem that you can solve based on your demonstrated qualifications. Man, amazing. So 3 ways to get new opportunities. That is what NO stands for. What are our major takeaways? Great question. New opportunities are all around us, but do we see them? What is next week's homework? It's simple. Tune into next week's episode. What are we going to be talking about next week? You don't want to miss this one, so go tell all of your family, friends, colleagues, and co-workers. We're going to be talking about master motivation. Until next time, I want you to continue to build, launch, and grow your very own personal freedom success system. And I won't see you at the top, but I will see you where? Over the top. Have an amazing day and the rest of your week.